That's level throw. Beautiful. Yeah, how'd your weekend end up going this weekend though? Did you do anything else besides watching all the games and shit? Or
Well, I have my other business here, and that was like, because it's getting cold here in Michigan,
yeah,
and it's just, it was jam packed in here. So
right.
I was running back and forth from my sports dungeon because the other side of the business is like on the other side of my wall over here.
Yeah,
So I'm just running back and forth, and
it's just one of them things.
yeah.
What up, Pass? Welcome to the fucking stream, my guy.
What up, everybody? What up, man? See what we got going on today.
Got some things going on. We got a game tonight. I'm excited for Friday night's game. I'm excited for the
What's Friday night?
Dolphins Jets.
Tim Boyle, right?
Tim fucking Boyle.
If Tim Boyle beats you guys, you might as well just fucking.
Tim Boyle ain't gonna sniff the Miami Dolphins. I can promise you that. Swaggy, what up? Joseph, what up?
What up, everybody? We're letting some people roll in here, and then we're gonna get. If you guys see what I'm dressed up in, you see that. Let's see the first person in the comment that says. Let's see the first person in the comment. Tell them what jersey. Who's on the back of this jersey? Let's see. Don't say it, Gutsy.
I won't say it.
Let's see where the true fucking.
Z Robert McNasty, great job this week with the picks. Thanks, brother.
Bah, bah. Thank you. You know what? I kind of simplified it this week. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna. I've been like putting a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here. This one I'm leaning on. I said, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna put my big money on. On Saturday it was Louisville, and on Sunday it was the Browns. Like.
Shout out to both of those. Swaggy Germ Boy got it right first with Dawkins. Robert came up with Dawkins. Glow Stick, what up? Rip City, what up?
I don't know about you guys, but that's the way I like my fucking safeties to hit. I don't know if any of the did you? We're still kind of young. Did you ever get to watch Dawkins play?
Yeah, but I've definitely obviously watched Dawkins highlight tapes plenty of times. And
yeah, that motherfucker was playing like he was high on fucking octane cocaine. Like, I know, really, he was running around the field just like I don't even think he was playing football. He was just like out to get everybody. Like he was head hunting.
He would come out the tunnel on all fours, right? Like a dog.
Oh yeah, no, crazy, batshit crazy.
He was a savage.
All right, you want to get the show started, brother?
Fuck yeah.
All right, let's go, guys. Everybody, it's your boy Nasty from Nasty Sports, and you're here in the Sports Dungeon. Still a work in progress. We got shit going on here. I got some other construction shit going on back here. One day, I'm going to throw a big-ass party here. You're going to have to qualify to get into the party and hang out, maybe a Super Bowl party or something. You'll have to go through a series of fucking winning some tournaments and shit, but we'll figure all that out later once it's all done. Gutsy, my co-host and my producer today.
Hell yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How the fuck you doing?
Good. Just, trying to live the life. We have everyone in the chat, guys. If you do me a favor, share the chat. Share, I don't know what link you're coming in from, YouTube, Twitter. I don't know where everyone's coming from, Twitch.
Everything.
Share the link. Help us grow. Make sure you hit the follow button wherever you're watching from. Like I said, this show's just getting started. We're 1,000% committed to it. So I'm going to be here Monday through Friday, just doing our thing. We got a lot of shit to talk about today. We're obviously we're gonna recap what happened this weekend. We're gonna recap the spectacular night last night, and then we're gonna talk about a little Monday Night Football, right?
Hell yeah.
We got Thanksgiving football. Was there 3 or 4 games?
Yeah, 3 games.
3 games, and then 1 on Friday.
Yep.
So we got fucking sports. If you don't gain 10 pounds and you don't damage your liver within this week with some drinking, maybe a little any activity you'd like to damage your liver, and watch sports and put a little bit of money on the game to win some money, you're not living life. Wouldn't you agree, Gutsy?
No, I couldn't agree more. There's no other way to do it.
That's it. All right. Anyone, in the comments, you guys participate. I want to know where you're from. I want to know what you like. Let me know what you like tonight, because I tell you, I go through the comments after every show. I also put the audio. If you're ever in the car and you miss the show, go download Apple or Spotify. Right now, I think there's a problem with Apple. I'm still working with it, going through the help desk with these fuckers. But on Spotify, you could go find it's like Nasty Sports, I don't know, it's something like that. But we'll put the links up here one day. But anyway, so that's it. Gutsy, how'd you do this week?
Listen, I had a great week. I was on a 7-day heater, and then it came to a crash and burn on Saturday. And then, but then got to get back on Sunday, had a good Sunday, and looking forward to just having another big week this week, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. Was there any game that really fucked you guys over, or any game that really helped you? And I want to give you a teaching lesson right now. Okay, can I give them a teaching lesson, Gutsy?
Floor is yours.
All right, check this out. The reason I tell you guys never to buy out. Okay, now listen. There's two ways to buy out. And the one I'm going to tell you is a huge teaching lesson. You lose, and I've said it here on the show before, but you lose your ability to be lucky. If you're always saying, hey, all I do is get bad beats, that's because every time you cash out, you're missing your chance to get a good beat. And the prime example is, I know somebody in this fucking room, somebody in this audience or wherever we're watching from, and maybe not even this game, but if you had the Detroit Lions in a parlay, because a lot of people did a lot of parlays. I did too. If you had the Lions, just money line, right? The spread was fucked. You're fucked if you took the spread. But if you had the Lions money line and you put them you teased them, or you did some parlays and you took a couple other teams, and you're sitting there and you're like, I can't believe this shit. There's 4 minutes and 23 seconds. The score's 26-14. I'm smoked. If you sat there and you hit that fucking cash out button, and let's say you put a G on there, I'm just using that for simplicity. If you put $1,000 on there, and now the cash out offer is like $100, and you took it, that's where you're gonna sit there. If you took a bad beat, you're upset. And if you cash out and the team comes back, you're upset anyway. So you might as well always let that shit ride. Do you agree, Gutsy?
I never cash out, ever. Always let it ride.
Yeah, because look at the Lions. They were down 26. I have a little slideshow. Don't put it up yet, Gutsy. We'll do that later. But 26-14 with 4 minutes left. And if I remember, you had motherfucking, what's his name? What's the quarterback?
For who?
For the Chicago.
Well, Justin Fields. Justin Fields sliding. He's fucking dancing. I don't even know if you've seen that clip, but he's dancing. He's all happy. He's pointing. All Chicago was cashing their fucking chips before the game was even over. And look at what happened. They came back. They won. And you wouldn't even tell that score was that close. I will say, I had Bears plus 8.5 in that game.
Yeah.
And the disaster of the century almost happened at the end of that game. Did you see that?
No, yeah. If Hutchinson jumps on that ball, it's over. You're talking one of the worst bad beats in probably this year.
Easy. I wouldn't be here today if I lost that Bears ticket. I wouldn't be here today.
And right when I saw it, I was like, holy fuck, that lineman who kicked it out of the end zone. Yeah. I was like, he saved so many fucking people's tickets. It's not even funny.
Oh my! Literally, as I'm just sitting there, I'm about to just turn the game off, and I look to my boy, and I'm like, okay, as long as somehow he doesn't fumble this, we should be good to go. We've been covering the entire game, and then, when I seen that ball hit the ground, I was instantly panicked. There was no way this is about to happen. So thank God. Shout out to that lineman that kicked the ball out.
No, for sure. Absolutely. It's just, that's the way it is. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not, but what's that?
No, totally agree. I also just want to say randomly, fuck Air Force. You talk about teams that fucked us. Air Force fucked me again. I bet them the last 2 weeks. I took them minus 19.5 against the Rainbow Warriors. They lost outright.
Oh, I did too.
and I took them -2.5 against bum-ass UNLV, and they lose outright after controlling a very good part of the game. I don't know what happened to Air Force. I promise that team is good. I don't know what's going on with them.
Dude, one of my biggest calls came this year. I was live, and Air Force it was like the 4th week of college, 5th week of college, and I was like, holy fuck. I was on my live, and I was like, everyone, you know when you just watch a game and you see some shit, and you're like, this team's not going to be able to compete. Yes. Air Force the whole Nasty Nation, someone in the comments, if you remember that when we were live, and I just said, everyone now, tell everyone, drop all your fucking, I was like, I was putting 1,000, another 1,000, 1,000 on the full game, and it just, they ran away with it. The score was like something ridiculous. The other team, I can't even remember. It was like, I don't know, there's someone in that weak-ass conference they play in, but yeah, Air Force, they've completely went down. Now, isn't one of their starting quarterback out or no?
I actually don't know.
I think I want to say he's out, but I don't know.
But yeah, either way, it was especially how their defense was playing. It made no sense. And the last one I have to bring up is Utah State. I was on Utah State.
Yeah.
Over Boise in Utah on senior night. They went up 10-0. Looked inspiring. And then they got outscored 45-0. I've never seen anything like the meltdown that I saw from Utah State.
No, I saw it. In fact, listen, Vegas cleaned up on the later half of that day because like the Lobos beat Fresno State, and then like if the favorite didn't lose outright, they didn't cover it for sure. Like it was just a whole bloodbath at the end of the night.
Yeah, it was fucking insane.
Yeah.
I could not believe that. So yeah.
Was there anyone in the comments, any game that kind of fucked you guys? Or I also thought like Hawaii would be fighting for their life to get bowl eligible, and they just shit the bed. Wyoming just tore their ass up. Yeah. So
there's a lot of teams that this week especially some of the 4-win teams that I thought were going to be better. I mean, how about Colorado? I mean, what an absolute joke. There was no one that was more dead on right about Colorado than I was this year. And it's so funny that it's all coming to fruition.
Wait a minute.
You two.
You two. After the TCU, me and you were on a show. There's tape on this. I went live. It was my biggest live of the year. I went live on TikTok, and I had 800 people in there calling me a hater. Deion Sanders is going to do this. Hunter's going to win the fucking Heisman Trophy. And I was like, wait, guys. Pump your fucking brakes. What are we talking about? Yeah. And they're like, oh, yeah, they're 3-0. I said, they're supposed to be. I mean, TCU surprised me, and I don't think TCU was even ready. But Colorado State and even Colorado State should have beat them. I mean.
Colorado State should have won that game. Because they're lucky that they got even 3 wins this year.
No, I agree.
It's absolutely crazy. But, so it's funny. I don't want to say funny, but it is kind of funny just to see.
No, it is funny. It's fine to say funny. It's funny.
How downhill they've gone since. I mean, if we go back to week 3, Nasty, I'm talking like the Migos, right? Just big rappers. Dwayne The Rock Johnson was in their locker room giving them a pump-up speech. Yeah. Dwayne The Rock Johnson would never even step 10 foot. He wouldn't even step foot in the same city as his.
He doesn't even know where Colorado plays. He just thinks.
No.
Yeah.
Insane. Just hilarious.
And how about the university charging like $700 a ticket to go watch who?
Insanity.
It's crazy. It was
insanity. I don't know. They were ranked inside top 25 for at least 1 week, right? I think it was like.
Yeah, they were like ranked 20. 19. And guys, that's the Associated Press, who doesn't count for anything, okay? Associated Press is a bunch of nerds that go to college to be writers, and then they're probably not even sports writers, and then they go, hey, we got an opening at the paper. You want to come? And they go, sure. And they go, okay, you're going to be a sports beat writer. And they're like, fuck, right? So, I mean, that's how it used to be back in the day. I'm sure there's sports enthusiasts now that join that program specifically to be a sports writer, but the Associated Press means nothing.
No, couldn't agree more.
I mean, yeah. So anyway, that was spot on, and we're later in the show we got a clip. I got a photo, and I can't wait till we're able to put videos up here because I got so many videos that I just want to fucking play and get everyone's reaction on this shit. But we have a photo of one of Deion Sanders' player is now tweeting and going against Deion now. Like, it's all starting to unfold now.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, he said that, like, if they weren't so selfish or whatever.
Yeah, everyone's greedy. It's Deion Sanders, his son, and a few of his son's buddies that are just taking over the university, getting all the NIL money, right? All the deals. And that's what it's all about, money.
Facts, 100%. That's literally what it is.
Anyway, I took the Rams. I had that line was really weird. I'm just recapping last week. The Rams, I should have been on the Giants. I wasn't big on Washington. I took Washington in a small little parlay money line. It didn't really mean anything, but there wasn't no big upsets though, right?
No, I mean the Giants were crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Tommy DeVito actually looked like a quarterback for a little bit.
No, he looked good. He actually looked good.
I don't know how else to put it. Like, he actually looked like a NFL quarterback for a little bit.
No, yeah, he looked good. And I'll tell you what, even though I went super hard, guys, on Cleveland, I thought the kid from UCLA, Robinson, was going to come out and actually do a lot better. He actually played really bad. Like, every ball he threw was like off target. Like, his receivers were having to make adjustments on the fly to catch balls. Like, it was really a bad performance by this kid.
Yeah, 100%.
But we came out with the win, so who cares? I mean, fucking move on. So tonight, Gutsy, let's talk about tonight. We got Monday Night Football. Obviously, me and you, a year ago, almost to the day, a couple of months shy, we were both heavy on the Eagles, the Birds, my team, right? And you saw the picture from last week, right? Is it still in the database? Can we pull that up? Do you see the little red picture anywhere, Guts?
Let me see. I don't know.
I don't know if Bryce deletes them.
Sometimes we have to delete them just because.
Okay.
Yeah,
if it's not there, it's fine. It's just showing you my allegiance to this fucking team since birth. But guys, Gutsy, what is your thoughts now that the Eagles travel into Kansas City on Monday night?
Yep.
They got revenge on their mind. Who has more motivation right now? You have one team with Andy Reid as a head coach. He's a brilliant man coming off a bye, coming off a Fugazi win in Germany, now taking on the Eagles, who now need a little redemption. What do you think on this?
I want to take the Eagles so bad in this game because there is just no way that I could continue to believe this Chiefs team is even that good of a team. They're off. The only thing I'll tell you right now, Travis Kelce is going to have a big night tonight, but that's just because the Eagles, for some reason, cannot cover tight ends. I don't know why, just can't do it. So Travis Kelce is definitely going to have a big game tonight, but I think the Eagles are going to win this game. I mean, yeah, they have. I also just think they are the all-around better football team. I don't care how good the Chiefs' defense has looked. Their offense is so broken, and I just like the Eagles to get it done.
Everyone in the comments, let me know right now. Are you taking the Eagles and leaving the points at the door? Are you taking the points, or you think Mahomes owns the Eagles and he's going to win at home? There's a lot of weird shit going on over there in that fucking in Kansas City with pull up the one slide, Guts, the Mahomes one. Do you see that anywhere close to you?
Let me see here. Hold on. Let me look.
These are some fun facts about Mahomes. I found this on the internet. Actually, a buddy sent it to me, and I was like, when you break, no, not that one.
Hold on,
it's Mahomes. It's like a
hard to see.
There's like 5 facts about what
here we
he's
go. This has
doing.
got to be him right here.
All right.
Bang.
Right there. Let's see. I got to come close. What does it say? Read it to me, Guts, so I don't have to.
It says Patrick Mahomes this season, worst record in the league, most interceptions in the NFL, more incompletions than any other quarterback, averaging a pick 6 per game, has never beaten
Is this ain't real, right?
Has never beaten Jared Goff. I have no idea if that's
Can someone fact check some of this? Like, has he thrown a pick 6 every game?
Maybe he averages it because he had like 2. Well, no, there's no way, right? That would be insane. That would be insane. I mean, I haven't watched every Chiefs game, but I mean, he didn't throw one in Germany. I can tell you that.
Can someone? He didn't, right?
No.
All right, well, take this fucking off the screen then. What the fuck is going on? See, this is what my own people set me up on my own show to fucking start some bullshit. All right,
I mean, I don't know, but I believe though that the most incompletions wouldn't absolutely stun me if that was true. Like, he's not having a good year at all. He's fucking terrible.
No, I mean, when you go through the numbers and who they've played, I'm not that impressed. I mean, even the win in Miami was like they had one solid drive, and then the other 14 points were basically given to them.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
That's how it goes.
That wasn't an impressive win to me.
By the way, basically everybody in the comments is taking Eagles tonight. Z
That's
Roberts
scary.
said Chiefs are 5-0 coming off a bye week.
They're 5-0, huh? All right, that's
5-0.
good. So what are you leaning on? What are you leaning? Are you taking a side, Gutsy?
I lean the Eagles big time.
So you're not doing the thing you do with Lloyd, where because I'm wearing an Eagles jersey, you're going to tell me Eagles and then have a Kansas City Chiefs ticket in your back pocket,
There's
right?
nothing in my back pocket. It's a wide open back pocket. There's nothing back there.
All right.
And I would never ever bet the Chiefs. I don't know if there's a spot where I could ever bet the Chiefs this year. I haven't bet them once. I don't think that I'll find a spot to bet them. I'm telling you.
You know what's weird is that they're one of those teams I always bet against them, but I never bet with them. You
know what? I have teams that are like that as well. Very weird. Very strange.
Very strange. Just so you guys know, I'm leaning really heavy towards the Eagles, and not because I'm a homer, right? I've gone against the Eagles many of times, and I said, listen, this is a bad spot, whatever. But tonight, I got to go with the motivation and that there's too many distractions. Somebody sent me that, and so you guys know, Taylor Swift is a huge Eagle. Did you know they're an Eagles fan?
I knew that they were an Eagles family at first. Yes.
No, they're like since birth. The dads had season tickets. They're always in Eagles. Now they got to be. This is the day. Mark my words. And I'm going to clip this and put it on TikTok because I'll make another video for that. But this is the beginning of the Taylor Swift curse on Kansas City. Watch. Something big's going to happen tonight. Not only are the Eagles going to win, but one of the top 5 players for Kansas City has an not career, but season-ending injury tonight. I'm predicting it right now. It's either Kelsey or Mahomes leaves this fucking game. And I want to just say those two. Maybe there's 3 others that could be on this list. But tonight marks the day that fucking Taylor Swift curse starts. And I'm going to be the first one on credit calling it.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think about that, Guts?
I think that's, it's a wild prediction. But, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. All right. Just wait. And I want you guys to come back on Tuesday when I'm standing here and the score is fucking 31-14 and Mahomes is gone. Didn't even finish the game. Now that would be wild, but
that would be fucking wild.
Yeah,
also, one other bet that I have in this game, especially just before we move on from it too, I got Rashee Rice over 3.5 receptions.
All right.
And I love that play. And I don't even know
what's leaning you towards that. What's the lean?
Well, the biggest lean, besides the fact that Philly can't cover tight ends, they also just refuse to cover wide receiver or running backs in the flats. They just allow them to catch the ball and then just try to basically not let them get more than 5 yards. It's a very weird. It's very weird how they play. They give up I think it was like top 5 most receptions to running backs per game, and it's the same thing with tight ends. It's very weird. But I think that it's because when I was trying to look at the hot zones, that it just seems like it's a lot of throws in the flats or just short over the middle. I think basically, because their defense is just to not allow bombs. That's basically what they do. It's just
no, yeah, for sure.
So I think that that's kind of what it's going to be like tonight again. And Rashee Rice, he only got 2 receptions last game, but last game I took Rashee Rice's under because who the fuck were they playing last week? They're one of the best defenses against running backs but Rashee Rice is one of the best receiving backs in the NFL. That's all they do is throw it to him. So,
yeah, I agree.
I absolutely love the play.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, if you're leaning that the Eagles win, are you leaning the over or under in this game?
Did it move at all? I just want to see if it moved. Now it's still at 4. You can get it. You can get 45.5, 46 still somewhere out there. But primetime unders are so fucking good. And honestly, I mean, the Chiefs defense has just been carrying them all season long. And it does feel like 46 points is a lot of points for both these teams to score, just given how I think the game is going to probably play out. So I lean the under.
All right, there we go. Gutsy's leaning the under, and he likes the Eagles, and he likes a player prop. So that's good. Sure. Anything stick out to anyone else out there in the comments? Any of the cappers? I see Sharp Dimes, and Sharp Dimes I'm gonna try to get Sharp Dimes on the show, everyone. So he's one of our featured handicappers over there on SoBet. So we'll try to get him on the show this week. I got some other shit in line. I'm also still working on Butterbean. It's hit or miss with this guy, so we'll see. I don't know. We got a little like he's there and then he's not. So I don't know what's going on with Butterbean anymore. So we'll still keep working on him though. Hey Guts, let's work on. You want to throw some of those pictures up, Guts? Let's take a look at those.
Yeah, we can toss them up here. See what's going on.
And I want everyone, when you guys see these, I want everyone's reaction in the comments because I'm going to react to them. Some of these I don't know what they are. They just added them. Gutsy, I think Gutsy had already seen them, but I usually like to see Gutsy's first reaction.
I haven't seen them. The only one that I saw was the one that I guess I popped up, which whatever that.
Oh, okay, good. All right. Well, let's just start clicking through them.
Just like little blurs to me, really. I can't really see exactly what they are. So.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Pop up the first one here.
All right. Okay, boom. This one's not too bad. This is something we could all talk about. What do you see in this picture, Gutsy? AFC standings here. Do you think a lot's going to change? Do you think someone else could come up into the ranks? Do you think this is pretty spot on and it might ride all the way?
There is absolutely no chance that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to make the playoffs. I mean, there's a 0% chance. Zero. It won't be the Bengals. It probably won't be the Raiders. I just don't think that the Denver Broncos are good enough because even if you looked at last night, I mean, they just kick field goals. Their red zone efficiency is so fucking embarrassing. I can't even stand to watch it. And then I hate the Buffalo Bills. Their turnover problems are a real issue, but they're also they're still just a good football team. And there is a 0% chance that the Steelers make the playoffs.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Who's your surprise team? Everyone in the comments, I want to know. Who's your surprise team to come out of this that can make a run? And who right now, if you had to say, out of the AFC would win the Super Bowl, who would you pick? I'm holding you over a cliff.
No, okay. So hold me over a cliff. I mean, no matter what, I'm going to say the Miami Dolphins. But honestly, that is because our
These guys can't even put up 21 points against the Raiders.
It was a tough game. We were due for some regression. The regression's been hitting us. We had some injuries. We lost our guy Devon A-Chain again, but it's okay because our defense is a bunch of dogs, and that's all that matters. Our defense is doing exactly what I said they were going to do, and we're creeping into the top 5. We're about to be a top 5 best defense in the NFL. And then on top of that, no matter what, we're always going to have a top 3 offense. No matter how little of a cold streak we go on, we're going to wake back up. We play the Jets this week. The Jets have scored 9 touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
10 touchdowns against the Broncos in week 3. So we were due for some regression. It finally is hitting our offense. That's fine. It was naturally going to happen. But it's better that it happens now, and then we're just going to coast into we're going to win the AFC East, right? No one's going to touch us. We're going to beat Buffalo, and we play them at the end of the year too in Miami. But besides the Miami Dolphins, I think that the Cleveland Browns are a team that you have to look out for because their defense, no matter what you want to say about it, it really truly is historically great. This defense could set some real records this year. And if it's gonna be DTR the rest of the way, which I don't know if it can be or if it will be. I think they might get tired of him after a couple of weeks, even though he just had that big win this past week. But again, he won that game because the Pittsburgh Steelers are so bad, and their offense is one of the most pathetic ones I've ever seen.
But Pittsburgh does have a good defense. I'll give Pittsburgh that.
Their defense is okay. I'm not even trying to give Mike Tomlin the credit that he deserves or that people think he deserves for this team because I give them zilch credit because DTR is so bad. He's not good, but I don't think he can lead them in a playoff run. I truly think that they're going to get tired of him in a couple weeks. They're going to go like 1-2 over their next 3 or something, and then just go get somebody else. I don't know who. Maybe.
I think they're going to ride the kid out. And here's my prediction. I think Watson, this kid rides out, does really good in the playoffs, and maybe they get rid of Watson in the future.
Well, that would be
wild, right? Okay, here's my prediction.
Sure.
Right now, if I had to, I always say you either got to get close before you win the big one. Right now, out of this whole board, AFC, the Ravens scream Super Bowl ready to me. I mean, you haven't seen really one hiccup they've lost games, but they haven't gone like, what the fuck just happened? The Browns had to do a crazy comeback just to get back into the game and then win the game. The Ravens, to me, how about everyone else? What do you guys think? It would have to be the Browns are my big surprise team. Houston, maybe. Can C.J. Stroud keep this up, Gutsy? What do you think?
Yeah, C.J. Stroud is my favorite quarterback coming out of that draft class, but definitely not what I expected. Didn't expect
No, me either.
What he was doing this year. But I still don't think Texans are ready. Like, even if they do make the playoff, I think they lose the first game. But I think that their future is extremely bright.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, let's go to the next picture, guys. Let's see what you got up there. Maybe it's the exact same. It might be the NFC right away. Let's see. Probably. See if Gutsy can get this under. Boom, right there, NFC. Guys, what do you guys see right now in the comments? If you had to pick one team to win the Super Bowl, I want to know. And who is your dark horse? And right now, and I want to also know, can you or someone in the comments, can somebody go tell me what is it still? Because I have a ticket right now. I have the Cowboys $2,000 to win the Super Bowl, which I still like it. It's not like can't happen, but I also have a nice size ticket on the Super Bowl champ comes out of the NFC this year. That was almost, I got it at plus 110. But now I think it reverted to on the minus side or a pick 'em. What is it?
I'm trying.
Yeah, you just go to NFL and then like futures and it'll be there. It'll say like Super Bowl champ either comes out of AFC or NFC. I think if you took the NFC, you have a lot of great picks here. You got 49ers, you have Cowboys, you have Eagles. Obviously, you have the Lions. That could be the biggest dark horse of the century if they won, but
I got the NFC at minus 115 and the AFC at minus 105.
Still great value. You get 4 straight dogs that have shown that they could fucking win this whole thing out. I don't know. I know a lot of people don't want to tie up their money, but if you have some money and you've been doing really good in your bankroll management and you're up on the season, drop some money on the NFC. I think it comes out. I just can't see. Who else besides the Chiefs? The Dolphins, Gutsy likes the Dolphins, obviously, but I don't think Tua's built for the Super Bowl, but that's my opinion.
Well, let's not forget, he's basically played in a Super Bowl.
Okay, what, the national championship?
Yeah, and not only did he play in it, he sat back, he watched Mac Jones win one. Then the next season, he had to come in at halftime and save the year.
What did he really do? He just launched a couple of bombs. That's it. That's all he really did. He threw a couple of bombs and it worked out for him. That's it.
The biggest second half performance a quarterback has ever put on in the history of college football.
It was a great performance. I'm not going to lie. I didn't see it coming.
Nobody did.
Yeah, for Nick Saban to obviously pull his starter.
Yeah.
And then bring it. You know what would be the greatest storyline ever is Hurts in the Super Bowl against Tua, right? Wouldn't that be? That would be the most incredible.
It would be incredible.
Yeah.
It would be.
And the sad thing is that Hurts already got his revenge earlier in the year, but
yeah. He got out of the way, right? You can have that one. We'll take the Super Bowl.
No, I get it. It's always hard to beat a team twice in one season alone. The big one.
Always is.
What is everyone saying in the comments? What is everyone liking here?
Someone actually randomly said, I doubt Kansas even gets back. Are you talking about Kansas City?
No, that's what he's saying. Yeah, I agree. Kansas City is not going to. And in fact, I see a very early exit of Kansas City this year. I don't be surprised if they're out by the first round.
I agree. I don't think
I just don't see a lot. I think nobody's hungry over there. I think you got a few champions. What, they got 3 now? Two in the last 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Who's hungry besides Andy Reid? And I'm talking physically hungry, not for the mentally hungry for a Super Bowl.
Sure.
All right, let's go to the next picture. Let's get off this shit. I'm sick of the fucking thing. Let's see if we got some good shit.
Let's see what we got next.
Let's see. Bam, what's this guy? Oh, I do like this guy cashed out for his big. And look, this means something to me. Gus Edwards. Remember we talked about this. We rode this, didn't we, Gus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Over 10 and a half.
Remember, we were talking about the tweet and then Harbaugh saying we should have gave him the ball more. Boom, it went right into it, right? That's why you guys follow everyone on Twitter. This is why you should be following sports writers on Twitter, because they find out the information that we need, and I knew this was going to be a dog that day. But anyway, I'm going to ride this week again. I mean, Gus Edwards, he's hungry. You know he's in the coaching staff, the offensive meeting, saying, feed me the ball. If he's tweeting this, I'm right. I don't give a fuck what his line is. I'm taking him for a touchdown, and I'm taking him for his yards and his reset, whatever. I'm just going to write it till it falls off.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he definitely, his workload's obviously, it got a little bit bigger. It did get a little bit sweaty towards the end of the game, I will say.
No, it did. It did.
Because the way that the game was going, it wasn't even really his fault, just the way the game was going.
No, for sure. Yeah. But once Burrow went out and they took control over, I knew they were going to start feeding him the ball, like handing it to him. And
100%.
Then all the motivation on the other side's lost. So now it's just a freebie. So
yes, 100%.
All right, let's go to the next picture. And I want to know, everyone, let me know in the comments what you think about these. What do we got here? What the hell does this say? Oh, this is the one. What does the tweet down there say, Gut?
Simple fact, bruh. We could have went undefeated this year. Too much selfish ball going on, man. Can't win like that. Got to play and win as a team. But if you go the other route, you get results like this.
Now, guys, what this is Deion Sanders losing. This whole show was Deion Sanders, his son, and Hunter. Have you seen that there's been like 5-star recruits decommitting to Colorado now?
No, honestly, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 that have publicly came out and said, I'm not going to Colorado. Okay. So he's losing this battle of whatever in the fuck they had going on for 3 weeks.
Yeah. I believe it.
I didn't believe it. I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. Gutsy's on record not drinking not one drip of this fucking shit. So once again, we aligned on that one.
Oh, yeah. Another thing that we smacked, right? Another thing that we were right on together, which, by the way, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, by the way. I don't want to toot my own horn.
No, you can. Go ahead.
But every hockey play that I gave out last week on this program right here, all hit, except for when we forgot to give out the Flyers plus 200.
No, but you said it. When you said it was, how we start talking before the game? Before we go live, Yep. It's still recorded, but we never went into it.
No, we just never got into it. But because then on Friday, I said when we started the show, I was like, this game in Sweden just started.
Yeah.
Go take the Maple Leafs in regulation. Now, I will say, the Maple Leafs were down 2-0 with 15 minutes left in the third period, and they scored 3
on. It was 3-1 when I checked. No,
yeah,
2.
It was probably 2-1.
2-1 when I checked.
We ended up winning 3-2.
Yeah.
But yeah, we scored 3 unanswered late in the third. It was electric.
Yeah, no, I get. And you know what was crazy? I truly believe because Detroit played the night before. Yeah. And just completely stunk it up. And I was like, Detroit's not going to go all the way out there and not win one game. I was really liking Detroit in that spot before you even told me. But I laid off after you were so big. And when I checked, I was like, fuck, I knew I should have just went with my gut. And then like 3 minutes later, it was like 3-2. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
It was due to happen, though, because that guy Magnus that the Detroit threw in net, they just had to wow, I'm forgetting his name. The starter, whatever. He got hurt. So then they had the backup play the day before. So then they had to bring up Magnus, who's absolute dogs. Dude is Swiss cheese. And so he was due to give up some goals. He just gave them all up at once in the third, and it was clutch.
There it is. All right, on to the next pitcher, Guts. Bam! Oh! Did you put that up there, Gussie? Where in the fuck did that come from?
What's that dude's name again?
I think it's Little Bill. Little
Bill. That's his fucking name. Little Bill.
Someone sent this to me, and they're like, hey, you got to put this on the show. And I'm like, all right, this guy, he's America's sweetheart right now. He's a fucking scientist. I couldn't help it. I had to put it on the show.
The pass shot. And I don't know if you noticed too, Nasty.
What?
Last night, they just kept showing his dad.
It was embarrassing.
Did you notice that?
Here's the thing. If I'm okay, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I watched that whole game, and I was sitting there, and I was thinking the same fucking thing. I was like, who gives a fuck what his dad's doing up there, right? And I'm like, listen, second thing, if I'm going to go to a national game, and I know my son is talk of the town, wouldn't you have a little entourage with you? Like, he was sitting up there with nobody. What the fuck was he? No soda, no beer, no hot dog, just sitting there.
He was just sitting there watching the damn game. This is the quarterback of your NFL team. Get this man in a box.
Get him, yeah.
Get this
He looked
guy in a
cold.
box somewhere.
He looked cold up there.
For fuck's sake, the poor guy's out there by himself. He's got no hair, so you know he's extra cold.
Yeah.
And get the man a guy. This is the quarterback of your football team.
And here's the other thing. Let's say my son is bald, right? And I know he has that. It's that thing where you lose your hair. What's it called?
I can't. I don't even fucking.
I don't know. Anyway, but if I know I'm bald too, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna become a meme with my son. I'm gonna wear a hat, so we're not both two bald head dudes that are always on the internet. I'm not gonna do it
right now. I was stunned that he didn't have a hat on. I was stunned. How, buddy? Just throw a hat on. Like, just throw a Vikings hat on.
But the thing that amazed me the most is he doesn't have like a buddy or like the wife or like the his kid up. I mean, like somebody's up there with him. He was and there wasn't not even another fan with him. It was like he was just sitting there.
Yeah, I don't know where they stuck him in the fucking corner of the stadium somewhere. It was the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what
I was saying it. I was like, where's this fucking people? Get that man a hot dog or give him a hat that says Viking, something. He didn't even have like Viking shirt on or nothing.
Just wearing a gray t-shirt. Just wearing a gray t-shirt. Well, because the way his son's career is gone, he could be in fucking Florida next week for all he knows.
Yeah. They all live in a box, I think. Anyway, the next picture, Guts. Let's see what we got.
Basically. That's so fucking funny, man.
There's some good fucking pictures in here. I know I got some. I know some. Oh, okay, that's the one. We already talked about that. We got Eagles and Chiefs. Does that offend anyone? Does anyone like a big Eagle guy that's offensive or?
The Eagle would be offensive?
That's the joke. Like now everything's offensive.
So you're saying? No, actually, whoever did this art is that's.
No, I thought so too. Someone sent it to me, and I was like, I'm going to use that in my little TikTok. All right, on to the next one before someone gets hurt. What do we got here? Look at this. Is this true? I didn't fact check this.
Like nine touchdowns.
No. Read it again.
Jets wide receivers combined for 9 yards. 9 yards.
Is that true? Because if that's true, I've lost all faith in the NFL. No way should you be the Bills' defense is not sweet. Someone's got to fact check that. Where's my thumb?
It says Yahoo. That top left thing is Yahoo, but there is absolutely no fucking way that is right.
But Yahoo wouldn't put shit like this out if.
I wouldn't think so either, but no. Because Zach Wilson had 81 passing yards.
Huh?
Because Zach Wilson had 81 passing yards.
81 passing yards, okay. But to who?
I guess to be fair, Breece Hall had 50 of them.
I know, but that's a running back, though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's true.
You know what? The second guy was Jeremy, who's the tight end. Who the fuck's this guy? Brant. Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They had a guy yesterday.
We have people in here. They're already saying just to wide receivers, dude. Guys, people already commented. And first of all, before I get into my rant about this, one dude says he's native and he says the headpiece is amazing. Guys, I grew up. Let me give you a little backstory. I grew up in New Mexico. I grew up in a town called Tularosa, New Mexico. About 30 minutes above me was a reservation where the Apache Native Americans lived. Tons of friends. Still got tons of friends. They all used to wear Washington Redskins gear. They loved it. They absolutely loved it. Like the whole city, the whole tribe wore. I mean, I even had some gear just because I had friends that they loved it. And so this whole thing of canceling and I think there's a big petition to come back. Did you hear about that?
No, I heard about the petition.
Yeah, they're like the Native American community's like, bro, screw all those rich white men. We want to be represented in the NFL. Like, I don't know. I'm not soft at all, so nothing offends me. But anyway, back to the wide receiver shit.
I need to bring this up again.
Go ahead.
This is mind-boggling. The third leading receiver for the New York Jets last night was their cornerback.
Put the picture up again. Put it up.
Their cornerback had the third most receiving yards because of that fake punt. And
That's amazing, dude. That's got to be an NFL record.
The only wide receiver that caught any balls for the Jets last night was Garrett Wilson, who had 9 yards.
That is unfucking believable, dude. Dude, I could go right now. I swear to God, I truly believe I could go get one of the best teams, not even the best. Let's say the top 30 high school teams. And if you put them on the field, and I truly believe this, you put them on the field, they'll find a way to get a 50-yard drive. Wouldn't they?
I mean, one pass, like one lucky pass, like how do you have 9 yards to your wide receivers? That is insane.
I've been watching sports for a long time. This fucking stat right here blew my fucking mind when I saw it, and I was like, there's no way. No way in this world of prime athletes, surgical fucking offensive coordinators, can this be true? This is embarrassing right here. This is completely embarrassing. Anyone in the comments think that this is sweet? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one amazed by it, but this isn't supposed to happen in a professional football team. Like,
no, it's not. This is not what's supposed to happen.
And you know what's crazy? My fucking toxic mind, when I saw this, I was like, I think I could suit up right now as the Jets quarterback, and I would just call like some hot routes, right? I'd be like, listen, guys, I don't have time. I can't throw 30 yards right now on a spiral to save my life. I'm 45 years old. I need everyone to break your route off at 5 yards and in, and I'll find you. I think I could get 50 yards in a game.
I think you probably could too.
Thank you, Gutsy. That means a lot. All right, on to the next pitcher. Because that blows my fucking mind.
One more thing about the Jets.
Sure.
Okay, who's better, the Jets or the Raiders?
What, I mean, defensively?
Just as a team, just as in whole, who's
I guess the Raiders.
Okay, right. So the Dolphins were 14-point favorites against the Raiders.
Yeah.
We are 9.5-point favorites against the Jets.
I think they're going off of the defense. Everyone's scared of the defense.
We are going to I can't put this
Gutsy, you keep fucking saying it every time.
I can't put this any other way. We are going to beat the Jets by minimum 28 points. Minimum. We might win this game by 30.
You did this exact fucking rant about the Raiders game. You said we're going to win by 60 points.
That's true. I did say that, but that game didn't set up so good. I forgot.
And then against the Chiefs, I sat here with you, and you go, leave the points at the door. We're going to beat the brakes off the Chiefs.
And we're going to leave those points at the door every single goddamn time going forward, because we should have won that game if the Europeans weren't full of bandwagoners. It was basically playing in Kansas City. But it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to blame the Europeans. Shout out the Europeans. We love
European.
But the Dolphins got caught looking ahead to this Friday game. They just got caught. And now we're going to go beat the absolute piss out of the Jets in New York on Black Friday. And we're all going to bet the Dolphins.
Okay. All right. Well, you're on record. And just so you know, if that was true and Vegas really thought that was true, that line should be 10.5. They're making it underneath a key number. Kind of scares me. It's almost too tempting to go, wait a minute. This fucking Dolphins team can win by 10. I'm telling you right now. Those key numbers, I try to teach you guys this all the time. When Vegas hits a key number on something that's obvious and a team is at home, is the Dolphins at home?
No, it's in New York.
Huh?
It's in New York.
Okay. I'll give you that. But still, if it was at home and it was minus 9.5, I'd be a little sketchy. All right, on to the next one. Let me give me something. We're going to talk about that bullshit Friday. All right. This is what I was talking about right here, guys. How do I get back in the frame? Bam. Right here. This is why you never cash out. Because when this was going on, where's my hand? Right there. When this was going on, look at the time. 4 minutes. What is it? 26-14. And then this is the result over here.
Tough.
Did you see that, Guts?
Oh, I was watching the whole game. So
yeah.
I watched this unfold in front of my 2 eyes, and I couldn't fucking believe it.
Right here, you had Fields. I got to get this backward shit going. Right here at this moment, Fields was dancing in front of the Detroit Lions. He took off on a little run, got the first down, slid, and started doing a little dance for like 5 seconds. Not even like a quick one. He was literally dancing.
Just let him know.
And now you have him looking like this after this was almost a disaster for everyone that was holding +8.
Yeah, that was.
You're lucky that was a safety.
It was almost the disaster of the century.
Oh, for sure. All right, on to the next slip.
They were covering the whole goddamn fucking.
I think I got a bunch of slips in here. I always like to know what other people's reaction, because when I see this, I fucking freak out. What the hell does that even say?
Dave Portnoy says he's suing the
Oh,
NFL
yeah.
for Bengals Joe Burrow.
El Presidente. And this is very smart, because he has a leg to stand on. Does he not?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, the NFL is a partnership with these sports books.
Yeah.
I mean, these sports books are governed by a gaming commission that has to give you fair odds and fair information so that you can, nothing should be hidden. And they didn't even, and the question is, did they even have Joe Burrow on questionable?
No, he wasn't even on the injury report.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so for him to be completely, he was fucked before the game. I know this is a good stunt by my boy here just to stay, relevant. But it's smart. He's always after Roger Goodell. What do you guys think in the comments? Do you think Dave's going too far, or should we just jump on his back and let it ride out?
So if he wins, if I win, Dave's a genius. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a good idea. I don't know if he'll actually go through with it or whatever, if it's just like a publicity stunt, but it's very fucking funny.
Well, his dad's a lawyer.
Yep. And
he said his dad was going to be the one that files the case. Well, that's good news, because I lost like 2 G's on that fucking game. So
it's tough. Yeah.
So because I doubled down right when the Bengals were about to go up 10-7. And so if it is true, hey, I get my breath. If anything, the sports books just say, hey, we're going to give you all your money back, whoever lost on this game, and just be done with it. But we never know. All right, next slip there, Guts. What do you guys know? Woo! I'm always telling you guys, the sports is rigged. And you guys always say, Nasty, why do you say that? Why do you do this? Why? Listen, it's either tainted, rigged, or fucked with. One of the three. You pick it. Not every time, not everywhere, but if you don't think that people have their hands in that dirty little fucking cookie jar, you've lost your fucking mind. What does that say, Gutsy? What does it say?
5 tennis players suspended for link to match fixing syndicate.
And what is that? What is that then? What is that, Gutsy?
I will say that the only sport that this truly happens in, where it's like this, is tennis. But when I say tennis, I'm talking about the fucking ITF league. And if you guys don't know what the ITF league of tennis is, it's literally it's a tennis league that you can bet on anything. FanDuel, DraftKings, doesn't matter. They have ITF lines on there. And if you watch these matches, they play them in random neighborhoods in a random court. There's 2 guys playing. There's 1 referee, and then there's just a random camera that's just staring at the game that you can just watch the live stream of. And those motherfucking games are the most. It's about as degenerate as it gets with the gamble on, but those are the ones that get rigged.
All right, Gutsy, wait a minute. So you're saying, I got to get you on record because I don't know if I ever did. Is the NFL rigged in some, not rigged, like we're handing out scripts and this is what this person needs to do, you need to do this. Is the NFL rigged for the outcome? And no matter where it's coming from, ref, coach, player, Goodell, is it rigged? Yes or no?
No.
All right, there it is. This is, guys, this what you're witnessing is youth. Gutsy grew up, and a lot of you guys, I don't know how old you are, but I know Gutsy. Gutsy grew up under the rule of this is analytics. This is what it should be. Coaches do crazy shit. Everyone says go for it on 4th down. Let me ask you something, Gutsy. Let's put you on the hot spot. You ready?
Sure. Put me on it.
You want it? All right. Week 1.
Yeah.
And don't you fucking run from this. Week 1. Detroit Lions are at Kansas City. We got Kansas City tonight.
Yeah.
Andy Reid, one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. Yeah. He's been around forever. He might even have been birthed on the fucking 50-yard line. I don't know. He went, they were down by 1 to Detroit.
Yep.
He had 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, and it was 4th and 25 on his 30. Mm-hmm. and he went for it. Gutsy, explain why he would go for that. You don't know why. I'm going to tell you why. You don't. It's rigged. That was rigged for your entertainment. Any other coach in any other scenario, go back. I want you to watch 20 years on Andy Reid. You punt the fucking ball. You have the 2-minute warning. You have the greatest comeback quarterback in the last 10 years, maybe 15 years, that can take a team from fucking the 1 and travel 60 yards in 2 seconds. And yet you decide to go for it on 4th and 30. Someone in the comments tell me I'm right or wrong.
No, people are agreeing with you. People are agreeing with you.
Okay, so what is that, Gutsy? Is that just a bad judgment call?
Judgment on the referee?
No, on Andy Reid to go for it.
Oh, on Andy Reid to go for it? Yeah. I'll be honest. I remember the exact player talking about, and yeah, I'm not really sure why he went for it. I mean, even another example would be, why did James Franklin go for that 4th down against Michigan?
It didn't make sense.
No, he didn't have to.
I think Franklin's, besides, I think Franklin's a joke anyway.
I do think Franklin's just an idiot, but I think Andy Reid, who's obviously clearly one of the smartest coaches in the NFL, I don't know what the thought process was behind it. I have no idea.
Anyway, all right, now let's move on from this, because this is like politics. You could get caught into the world if it is, if it isn't. Well, but let me ask you one more question.
Oh, sure.
Remember the coach? No, you can leave that. You can leave it.
All right.
You remember Flores, when the owner of the Dolphins told Flores, the head coach at the time, he basically said, I want you to tank.
Well,
now is that rigging?
Now, well, I will say it was more of, hey, we aren't putting pressure on you to win a Super Bowl this year, but every loss that you have, you get a $25,000 bonus.
That is rigging. That's a form of rigging.
But I will say, obviously, that does happen in a lot of sports where it's like, hey, we're not telling you to go lose, but we're not going to make any roster moves to make this any better. So you kind of got what you got. And by the way, if you do lose, like, to make it a little bit better for your losses, because I also do think that in a way, it's more of like, okay, you're going to lose this year and be bad. Here's an incentive to kind of keep you motivated. Even if we lose, at least you get paid some extra. But I do agree that it was a little fucked. But Brian Flores turned it down anyways. But Brian Flores is also a snitch. I hate Brian Flores.
All right, let's get on from this. What do you think about this? Is this the greatest jersey of all time? And do you even understand it, Gutsy?
Allegedly 32. Allegedly three.
No one tell Gutsy. Somebody in the comments tell Gutsy, because Gutsy's young. This is the greatest jersey, maybe of all time, that a Bills fan could wear. Someone in the comments, guy. How many people I don't even know. Are we talking to ourselves in here or what?
No. We got at least 30 people in here right now. Boys are all just chilling right now, sitting back watching. But I will say, does it have something to do with the 3 Super Bowls they went to?
No. Somebody in the comments, guy. Where's all my old school dudes at?
Maybe they don't. Maybe people don't know. I don't know.
Someone's got to. It's got to click here in a minute, or someone's got to Google it. One or the other.
Is it something to do with OJ or something?
OJ Simpson. That's OJ Simpson's number. One of the greatest running backs of all time for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, that is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess someone made the jersey and is just walking around with it.
That's actually such a funny jersey.
Yeah, kudos to the guy. Listen, and we don't condone that, but he did. He was judged by his peers, right? So what are you going to do?
Glove didn't fit.
All right, what else we got, Guts? We're just having fun here on Monday before we get into our little pick show.
This is the last one, too, and we already saw it.
We did? Oh, okay, that was it?
The Pat Mahomes one. So,
all right.
Yeah, no, that was
good. That was fun. I like to
those pictures are always funny. It just leads to interesting conversations.
Oh no, for sure. I like to see what's going on and the headlines and see what's going. But anyway, out of all those pictures, and Gus Andrews, we're gonna ride him. We're gonna ride him for 3 more games until the tweets stop, and then we'll see what happens. So tonight, guys, before we end the show, Gutsy, if you have anything, I'm gonna go right now. I have a ticket where I took Yesterday, Vikings plus 7.5 and the Eagles money line. That parlay was like plus 190. If you're not on SoBet, where's the SoBet link there, Luck?
Oh, I got you. Hold on. Watch this.
I called you lucky again.
It's really incredible. It's incredible stuff. Hold on. Bink and boom.
Right there, guys. Is that the one? There it is. Right there. There's the link to SoBet. You could click on it, I think. I don't know. I never understand why people on shows. What you got?
You can scan it with your phone. Take your
but what if you're on your phone watching?
Well, that's
what so if you're not, I guess you could just scan it. Anyway, $10 a month, 33 cents a day. You get to see all my picks. You get to see the GOAT of hockey right there. He's right there, the GOAT of hockey. He's always for 3 years now I've been watching you. I don't think you've had a losing season in hockey.
I'll be honest, I haven't.
I mean,
hockey or MLB.
If you're not just blindly taking, and I don't say this about a lot of people, so and I don't jump on anybody's fucking coattail because I think I've been doing it so long that it takes a lot to impress me. But if you just drop one unit every night on all his hockey plays, at the end of the year, you'll have some cash back. I mean, so far.
Statistically backed also. If you want, I'll just drop this real quick. My biggest NHL bet tonight is the Boston Bruins. I got them minus 125 last night. They're up to minus 140 now at books, but I still like them. I know.
And are they at home?
You lost the value. No. On the road in Tampa.
Okay, that's why it's almost even money pick.
Yeah, it jumped up to minus 140 now, like I'm saying. So like but I still don't hate it. Just try to keep it under minus 150.
Okay, there it is. Well, you know me. I don't care about juice until it's like minus 200 and above. So everything's fair game to me, 200 and below. But obviously, if you could like a play and you get it closer to pick 'em line, it's great.
No, 100%.
Is there ever a time, Gutsy, just now that we're on hockey, do you ever, is there anything that when you read a line in hockey that makes you like something? Like, do you do trappy lines in hockey?
Yeah, I mean, especially with like situations just like with the Kraken and the Canucks again. Like, was it last night or was that game last night or 2 nights ago where the Kraken, were plus 150 and at the end of the day, it was an instant, like it was instant because the Canucks, like I said just the other day, are, the most fraudulent team that I've seen in a long time, like especially with their goals to expected and a couple other things that just are incredible with this team, how they've been winning. So yeah, I mean, once I just like saw that line and I saw the Canucks were, minus 140 or whatever it was, I was like, yeah, fucking right. The Canucks was an instant trap, but it doesn't happen every night though. It's like,
yeah,
it's only just certain lines like that. But yeah, situations like that one, it was absolutely fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, guys, someone in the comments asking Gutsy screen name on SoBet is Gutsy. Gutsy
Picks Cash on everything, TikTok as well.
TikTok everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Gutsy Picks Cash.
So for my official pick tonight, guys, I'll probably take a bet that I'm going to do a same game parlay. I do like this game to go over, and if I haven't truly analyzed it, but if I think I might take the Eagles to go over since I'm riding them anyway. Because if the Eagles score don't go over, then it doesn't matter what Kansas City is going to do. So. I like the over on that instance, but I am going to go pretty heavy on Eagles money line and the points. I'm going to see what we could do. This might even be a great spot where sometimes, use live betting in your advantage. And guys, I always tell people this too. If you're truly on a team, and I almost did it this week, but I got caught up in my other business. But I really like the Rams in this spot, right, against the Seahawks. The Seahawks went up by, I think, 10 points, something like that.
Yeah.
If you were going to drop the money anyway, if you were going to drop a unit, let's say you're going to drop $300 on the game anyway, then don't be scared to do it when they're down by 10 points. Because look, they ended up coming back and winning. Sometimes, jumping on, I've done this several times where, like, if it's a team that I like, but I want to see if somebody scores first. But the only problem with that is if your team takes off and there's no turning back, then you just lost all your value. But anyway, I was on the Rams yesterday. So my reaction was, fuck it. I already had one unit on it. When they're down by 10, it doesn't hurt to drop another unit because then you get great value at that point. But That's when you have to know what you're doing and have bankroll management and understand that every time you see that, you got to just be consistent and always do it. Don't be.
It's like an eye test too. Would you agree with that?
No, 1000%. Like if you see like your team's just getting, chopped up 2 drives in a row, maybe you stay away. But if you saw some plays that they scored, like my favorite thing to do is like when it's a pick'em game, Gutsy, and like my quarterback throws a pick 6 the first play. Like that's just a fluke. Like
100%.
Now you're getting the value. Yeah, you're down 7, but if you're gonna win anyway, you're gonna win. And if not, hey, I mean, you just lost another unit. But if you stay consistent on doing that, then that's the way to do it.
Yeah, sometimes the whole first half will go like that too. It just
for sure.
Everything just goes one team's way, which is like either a random fumble, then like a random interception, and you just know that this, especially depending on the team. I know it depends on a couple things, but I do agree that look at stuff like that.
And always remember, in college basketball, not so much NBA, the NFL, even college football. I told you guys I think it was last week, I said if the game is almost even or a pick'em game, it's so hard for a team to win the first half and then come back and win the whole game. If you just zigzag that, like the Super Bowl, I leaned over to Gutsy and I said, listen, it was the Eagles. They were in the Super Bowl. I told Gutsy, I said, listen, I would have rather been down. I was like, there's no way that Mahomes is going to lose both halves. I truly did that. And I should have hedged. I didn't. I think we were drinking and acting crazy that night. But anytime like this time, the Cleveland Browns is a prime example. They had a million chances that they could have lost. Cleveland was up at halftime. What was it, 10-7?
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, I hate when my team is winning at half because I always feel like it's so hard to win both halves. Mm-hmm. And I mean, if you go back and look historically, you'll see that I'm right. Like either one team wins one half and the other team wins the second half. So keep that in mind when you're doing your little handicapping. Sometimes it's good, like tonight. It'll be a prime example. If I really think that the Eagles are going to win, unless they completely take off, I really want Kansas City to be up 13-10 at half. That's my opinion. Unless you're taking the half time spread. But that's pretty much it for Monday night, guys. What do you got, Guts? Anything?
Like I said, Boston Bruins money line, biggest NHL play tonight. Rashee Rice is my biggest play overall in the day, over 3.5 receptions. Most books had 4.5 last night, but if you could find a 3.5, shop around, try and find it. You might still be able to find one under -160 is where I would take it at. But those are my 2 favorite plays. And then Nasty, I was going to ask you after the show, but I guess if you're able to do it, do you want to be on the scoop tonight?
Yeah. What is it? It's the 100th episode,
so
right?
This one's actually going to be 99.5.
Oh,
episode 100 is going to be on Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, I will let you know because I'm going to the Pistons game tonight to go watch Pistons probably get ragdogged by fucking Denver. Denver's in town. So this Pistons team is horrible. I mean, just horrible. These guys can't stop anything on defense. They can't shoot. They can't do anything. So, but this will be the time that Pistons beat the NBA champs to break. I think they've lost 14 games in a row. So I don't.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're a bad team.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But anyway, guys, anything in the comments, Gutsy, before we go? Did anyone have any questions or?
McKinnon, anytime. Someone was saying that it might rain, and they're wondering if that would affect the over. And again, I still personally like the under in the game, but I didn't bet it. And if it does rain, obviously, it makes me like it just a little bit more. But rain also affects both sides, though. That's the thing. It also affects the pass rush. So now there's not much as pass rush. Like that doesn't really mean as much when it's raining.
Well, and also when it's raining, a lot of people see I played the sport too, but if you're ever on the defensive end and it's already hard to guard like an explosive offensive player, but if they make one move and it's hard, you lose your footing for a split second, the offensive player knows what he's doing. So he could adjust his footing, but defense, sometimes it fucks you.
100%.
But anyway, all right, guys.
That says Pistons over the couch in Monday Night Football. What are we talking about?
What did he say?
He said Pistons over the couch and Monday Night Football. You going to a Pistons game instead of staying at home and watching Monday Night Football is what he's saying, basically.
No, you're absolutely. The reason I'm going is I have some friends. They gave me the VIP suite. They're giving me everything Pistons right now because it's so shitty. But I'll take the free food, the drinks. They give you all kinds of merch and shit. So I'll just go down there and hang out. But in the VIP, I will have the Monday Night Football game playing. So
all right, perfect. That's both worlds.
All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys always like, follow, share on all platforms, and we'll see you again. We'll see what happens, right, Guts? I'll see you tonight or tomorrow.
Or tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, brother. I appreciate
you.
you.
See you later, man. Peace out to everybody. Appreciate all love and everyone in the comments. We'll talk to you guys.